So, uh, so as usual here, I said I was going to make this video some time ago. So I was just talking to myself like I usually do, you know, in my space, because I was going through my mail and I was like, I'm not going to let this thing go like that. I'm going to put it online for you motherfucking sick human race to continue to see how doomed you are. And this has to do with nothing but the period when, during the peak of pandemic a couple of years ago, when I was sexually abused, raped by 10-11 European so-called Western world police, where you see you have human rights in your Western world. During the peak of pandemic, I was sexually raped, like I will continue to say all over and over again, by 10-11 polices in uniforms. All men, and in one of the occasions, a woman was among them. And that woman was nothing but a black woman. Ooh. And in the scene of the rape and sexual abuse, you had 3 Muslim dirty pigs, women, in hijab, recording and laughing while a black woman was sexually assaulting me in police uniform, fucking me broad daylight. I've explained this in my videos multiple times. You can go and check them on the same YouTube and in any of my social medias. And behind her, you had white and multicultural male police laughing while she was fucking and raping me broad daylight during the peak of your pandemic. Yeah, so I was going through my emails here and I saw some jobs opportunities, because now I'm very aware that you're the one controlling everything, like you did to me for 1 decade in Italy. You useless my life, you turned my life upside down. Now I'm in Berlin, you are seizing my jobs, opportunity and everything. But I want you to know that whatsoever you are doing, I am a strong believer of every word that comes out from my mouth, because I'm a divine grace person that you must never play with. I am a God on earth. This is why I have been able to survive the entire human race of all races for more than 30-something years, with 20+ sexual rape, molest, abuse, and assaults from all races, whether white, Arabic, Asiatic, and even my descent black races. I have been sexually assaulted. This is why that even with all the evil you human race you've done to me, I still stand high. You couldn't traumatize me. You couldn't do nothing to me. You even brought people to try to bring up my childhood trauma that I have been using. My own trauma, I've been using it to heal people's pain, heal people's life. Like I used to do, because all those are in the past. I no longer do that shit, because now it's all about me after 30-something years of carrying the whole world's problem in my head, giving a fuck about you doomed human beings, and you called me a fool and a people pleaser. Now I'm minding my business. My peace business with my everlasting boundary and my happiness that can no longer be shared. Let's go there. So I was saying, yeah. And to conclude, yes, and if I was able to survive all of that, because what I am, a divine God on earth, a divine being on earth. And oh, before I forget, for those of you who still think karma does not exist, who are looking for karma, I want to give you a quick brief here before I go straight to the story about this molest and drugging that they did to me during pandemic. The same sexual abuse situations that are still happening to me till now. Even a couple of months ago, I was still sexually assaulted and sexually harassed and even brutalized and beaten on top of it. It's also on my YouTube. Yeah, so for those of you looking for karma, I will start with all you've done to me, like I just said just now on the same video. I am still standing high. None of you human beings of all races and ages or whatsoever can no longer come into my space. My personal life, my personal space, you can no longer come into. Even the shadow of my sheets can no longer give you any attention. Is that not karma? With all you've done to me, I'm still standing high, surviving human race for more than 30-something years. And I'm still alive. And I still have this beautiful smile in my face. I'm in my 30s. Look at me. I'm going towards clocking 40. And I look so beautifully young like this. Graced. Every day I'm looking more better and better. You think you seized my job? You think you are manipulating and predating, stalking, controlling my space? You are only doing nothing but evil and re-traumatizing your already traumatized, damaged, calamitized lives over and over again. Because whatsoever you've done to me, especially those of you that think you can come and apologize, you can never apologize to me. You didn't do nothing to me. You did it to yourselves and to karma. So when you are ever ready, or if you ever want, or if you are already wanting to apologize, go and do that with karma and to yourselves, or with yourselves. You can never apologize to me. So if you are looking for karma, for those of you that think, oh, you are in a position of, she's talking about karma does not exist. You wake up in the morning, afternoon, evening. The only person you think about is Adora. The business you are minding is Adora's business. You are online on all social devices, on all your pedo CCTV cameras and radio stations and audio pedo CCTV stations. You are listening to my thoughts, invading my own privacy that belongs to me, even my thoughts in my head. You have your technological pedophilic devices and powers, technology, to listen to it, stalk, predate, and lurk it 24 hours a day. Is that not karma? Is that level of uselessness not karma? You wake up, another person's entire life is what you are focused on 24 hours a day. Is that not karma? You're still looking for karma? You have a bunch of so-called leaders. This one makes me laugh a lot because I heard people say they are leaders. Who are you leading? Leader to who now? Bunch of so-called low self-esteem, inferiority complex idiots that don't know their lefts from their right. Low self-esteem, inferiority complex, intimidated bitches that call themselves leaders, especially men. Fools. You saw that your lives were miserable. And this is one thing I will continue to let the whole world know. I never wanted to say this part, but I'm going to say it because I want it to hurt you people a lot, so much to your bone marrow. But I don't also want to say it because I don't want you to change. I want you to continue with those your pedo lies in your brains and continue to remain more miserable than you already are for your entire generations. But I will say it because I want you to know that you are all a bunch of fools and you will perish being foolish and you will continue to be hurt by hearing what I'm about to say. First, for those of you who say you are leaders, you cannot be a leader. You cannot be powerful like you say you are and wake up because you've seen that your life is miserable, you are useless with all the power and wealth that you have. You will say you are normal and powerful. Then you will wake up and create a pedophilia of stalking, predating, manipulating 24 hours people's lives, spaces, happiness, joy, to control them mentally and make them become pedophilic, psychopathic, miserable entities like yourself. You cannot call yourself powerful. It means you are also slave to your own power. See, the same way you think you've created a philosophy of pedophilia to control the human race under you, you so-called leaders. The same way you think you are controlling the human race under you, the same way you are being controlled by your pedo powers and pedo wealths. So it's like clowns in a circus. And I know it's hurting you so much to hear what I'm saying. It's like clowns in a circus. Okay? The same way you think you are controlling the human beings under your power, under your so-called wealth, the same way your power and your wealth is controlling you. So it's like clown in a circus, birds of the same feathers. What goes around goes around. Eye for an eye. What you sow, you reap. You ain't shit. You don't have nothing. The same way you have poor and wretched and miserable sick entities on earth under you, the same way you yourself, with all the powers and wealth you have, you are rich, powerful, wealthy, and miserable, sick and unwell, just like the unwell, sick pedophiles you are controlling. So you see, like I continue to say, clowns in the circus. You are powerless idiots, especially the men. The women in your so-called powerful or leader bullshit you claim to be, or leaders that you claim that you are, the women in your circle, they are all nothing but bunch of fish brains, stupid idiots that don't know their left from their right. I don't even have to address you all over again, because if I call the men that are actually the main controllers of the pedophilia that you are all using to control the whole world, if I call these men pussies, and you are under these men, you ain't shit. You are not to be addressed. The only thing you women have to do is be ashamed of yourselves. Because as so-called entities on earth that I have said in multiple of my videos, you are the only ones who have 95%, if not 99% of capacity to bet another human into your earth. Yet you give yourselves to this bunch of low self-esteem that call themselves men. You belittle your clean selves, and then you think you have sense. You are all disgrace to yourselves. Like I've said before, to make a child, your pedo children that you are breeding that look like trauma, just like you traumatized karmas walking everywhere. Those pedophiles that you breed, that you call children. To breed one into this earth, only a sperm of a man is needed. Finish. You women, you have the ovaries, you have the placenta to share with that pedo de lulu, you have the what do they call it, ovaries, placenta, the 9 months you are going to be carrying the child in your belly, or 7 months if it's a case of early birth. You have the blood you will share with the child. So everything, you own it, yet you put yourself down for them to be controlling all of you. Because if you bring this your philosophy at the group of the pedophiles behind all this philosophy, if they are 100, maybe only you have like 5 or 10 women inside of them. If there are 10, you will have 1 woman. They just put 1 woman there for them to be able to capture all of you together, so that there will not be a group of rebels like saying, oh, they are all men into the philosophy, agreeing to practice this philosophy, so no woman is even among them. Just like when they say richest people on earth, you will see them, they will bring, maybe they will say 10 richest people on earth, they will bring 9 men, they will put 1 black person. And all of the time, the black person is, sorry, they'll put 9 men, they'll put 1 white woman. And all of the time, the 9 men are always like 7 colonial master men and maybe 1 or 2 blacks. But in general, the 10 most richest so-called people on earth, back to sender with your cough. Back to sender to your mother, to your father, your bloodline, your zesty father, your that cough that you cough, I cough it back to you. With calamity and agony, anything you use it to mean, back to your bloody cost, generations, sticking pee, cow piece, goat odor, and every miserability you come with, back to you. You had that cough. That's what they cough 24 hours a day in my space. Or they're either Arabing and Amoding, or they're either Alessing or Buddhaing, anything. That's what they say 24 hours a day, but I don't give a fuck. Let me continue. So, for example, they bring 10 richest men on earth. They will put 1 woman just to make it look like normal. If you go to your mosque, they are controlled by Pedo-Stalking. Your Vatican or Christian religion parts, they are controlled by pedophile zesty. If you go to your Buddhist, your Hinduist, all of them controlled by men. Twitter owned by man, TikTok by man, Facebook by man, Tesla by man, Samsung by man, Apple by man. Every fucking shit on this earth owned by men. So you women, you are there. Let me just leave you to one side. So let me focus on these bitches that say they are men. So for you men that think you are the ones in power, and you call yourself leaders. When they say leaders, they make me laugh. Who are you leading? Bunch of low self-esteem, inferiority complex that created a pedophilia to suit your miserability, to suit your low self-esteem justification. because you can't approach women direct. You know you can't approach certain caliber of women, especially women, direct. Then you will not create a sick pedophilia mechanism called pandemic or virus to be using to predate, manipulate, stalk people, break them mentally. You turn them to rubbish, turn their lives upside down. Then when they are now on a level of mental instability, you will not carry them into your spaces and say you are the one helping them, confuse them the more. They will be there. They will not know their left from their right. And you say you are men. And for those of you saying you are looking for karma, is that not karma already? You can't approach a woman direct, but you can practice a pedophilia of stalking, raping, predating, manipulation, like a pedophile. Is that not karma? Is your life as a person not already karmalatized? Are you not already a walking karma yourself? Then you have women who actually are into this pedophilia, that were made to be stalked, predated, and even end up giving birth for this pedo-stalking, predating pedophiles. For you to not only end up being fucked by a pedophilic predator, a pedophilic stalker, for you to end up alone being fucked by them, means you are your own karma and you are receiving karma in advance already. Plus, you will not only be fucked by them, then you will still give birth to children for stalkers and predators. Is that not karma already? You are still looking for karma. This is why when I see you and your advanced pedophiles, you call kids, roaming around, pedophiling, pedo-clowning, pedo-predating, pedo-stalking, pedo-fooling yourselves, I see nothing but walking karmas. Walking karmas. Just like the bunch of zesty, DL, low self-esteem, inferiority complex men rolling the whole heads that call themselves men. Walking karmas is what all of you are. And let me go straight to my video real quick here. So for during the peak of pandemic, when I was sexually abused and assaulted by 10-11 polices, yeah, you can hear all the noises they are making. This is what they make 24 hours a day. They are drawing catches, they are drawing chairs. I even went upstairs to the neighbor. I was like, you don't allow me sleep morning, afternoon, night, even 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the night. I'm not sleeping, you don't allow me. Yeah, and he was saying is his kid. I said, sir, the kids, they go to school in the morning. As you are looking at me, I'm a professional child caretaker all my life, like I used to be in the past. But I made him understand that you can't tell me it's your kids that are drawing couch and table. And if you look at the time now, actually, these kids are in school. They draw couches 24 hours. They are doing all their Arab Amond, everything, unless a Buddha rubbish song, pedo song they love to sing. And then you will come out and say you are a man. I pity for women that will settle down with you. Well, only pedophiles like you will settle down with you. So, like I was saying, during the peak of pandemic, they turned my life upside down. 10-11 policies. I'm not talking of all the multiple times I was being grabbed in my ass and in my breast by multiple pedophilic strangers on pure raping. Go and watch my old videos, you will see that I don't want to stand up and I'm very, very comfortable in this position. So I don't want to stand up and describe, but you will see it in my old videos. After they finished sexually abusing and raping me during the peak of pandemic, yeah, this bunch of the same police people in uniform, they took me to an uncompleted building. I'm going to put a picture of what they did to me here for you to see. They turned me to this thing by drugging me daily with all kinds of drugs. They put me together with mad people, mentally unwell people. They put me together with them. They were drugging me, giving me all kinds of drugs and medicine. They turned my life upside down, even while they were able to kill my flesh. Chicken skin, flesh. My brain was still intact. My soul was still intact. My spirit was still intact. Every day I will wake up, I will say, what is this? Like, what nonsense? Like, who is giving these people the audacity to be doing this to me, talk less of to anybody? And I said, when I'm done dealing with human race, they will know that I, Adora, I am a god on earth. With all the evil you've done to me, I never did evil to nobody all my life. You could never couldn't categorize me. You couldn't define me. You couldn't box me. You couldn't do nothing like you've done to other people to me. Like you have used a lot of people to become rapists, pedophiles, they fuck dogs, rapes, everything. You push them to do that. You push these people to do those things. On a normal day, the fear inside of them of being caught will make them not want to ever do it. But because you pedophile zesty leaders say you are leaders, you don't know your left from your right, you created a manipulative pedophilia to push these people to be doing things that they are not supposed to do. Then you say nobody is perfect. It's to prove that nobody is perfect. With all you've done to me, above 20 times rape and sexual abuse. Did you see me do evil to anybody? And you are looking at a first-hand child caretaker. Since I was a child, I never had childhood. I was taking care of children since I was a child all my life. This is why you are oppressed, and this is how it's going to be for eternity. So in this uncompleted building where I was being drugged every day, I said the day I will stand up to deal with these motherfuckers, they will know who I am. First of all, a day came. Adora, it's time to come and take your injection. I said, no, ma'am, you are not injecting me today. They were shocked. I know, we have to inject you, otherwise the doctor will be angry when the doctor... I said, let the doctor come. When that overall doctor, and the overall doctor was a what? A zesty motherfucking Muslim. Yeah, and this pedophile doctor was from where? It was from maybe Algeria or Turkish or Tunis, but it was a Muslim pedophile. Wearing one shoe that looked like this, like a canoe. When he's walking, it's like walking in a canoe. That's the kind of shoes. When he enters the completed building hospital, he's commanding everybody like idiots. All the women there, they are like this. Hey, the doctor will be hungry. Oh. I say, madam, you are not injecting me today with that injection. I went back to my room. And if you see the room they put people, the door, we have one small tiny, you know, prison. I'm telling you, prison is even heaven where this completed building was. It's like, the building is like an abandoned old, this hospital, uncompleted building hospital is like an abandoned old prison. Was where they took me to. And they were injecting me. And they turned me to this. I will put a picture there for you. I'm going to put a before picture and an after picture of how I was during pandemic. Even if they made me homeless for 1 year, I was on the streets for 1 year. I was going to walk, sleeping on the, like I will sleep on a bench in the street here. I will brush my teeth. I had a little bag with me where I had my little things, brush, sponge, soap. I always have it even in my bags. Today, I'm always used to it. Since I was in Africa, I've always been like this. I always have small cream, small perfume, all these tiny things in my bag. I will brush my teeth. I will go to work. Sometimes 4 or 5 days, even under my menstruation, with one the same pad or changing pad, but one the same pants. I will still go to work. My co-workers will tell me, have you found the house? I'll say, no, I still don't have a house. I've told you the story of how the Muslim woman, pedophile that I was staying with, looking after her kids for free, threw me out one day. Adora, you can no longer stay in my house. Why? Because I say so. I want to get married and all that. She was sleeping around with different men. I don't know if it was because I advised her and said, you have a child that is under 1 year. You have another one that is 2. You have another one that is 3. Why do you want to continue to be fucking up and down? Madam, respect yourself now. I'm talking to you like an elder sister. This is not good for the nature of your children. You can even end up with a pedophile that will be fucking and raping these children. I told her, I even told her friend or her cousin or her sister to please talk to your sister. I don't know if that was the reason why she wanted me out of her house. So Even while we finished talking, she even embraced me. She told me thank you for the advice and everything. We went on with our life a couple of times. She will say she's going to her cousin's house. I don't know if it was really her cousin's house. She will leave the 3 children with me. I will feed them. I will wash their sheets, change their pampers, cook for them. We will eat together, sleep on the same couch together till the next morning, like mother and children. Children that I didn't bet. All of a sudden, she said I should leave her house. She threw me on the street. She said she gave me, she gave me 4 days. I said, 4 days, 1 week or 2 weeks. I said, don't worry. At least 4 or 5 days, I'm out of here. The next day, she threw my things on the street. That was how I became homeless. I was still going to work, even as an homeless person, sleeping on the street, on benches on the street during your peak of your pedophilic pandemic. Being sexually assaulted, grabbed in the ass and breast by pedo strangers. In that street, I was still feeding homeless people. I will buy food for myself. I will buy for homeless people. On that the same street, I will go to work. My co-workers will look at me and say, have you found a house? I'll say no. Hey, it's not possible. Then where do you not take your bath? I will like, I've not bathed for like 3 days. They will look at me and just start laughing. Like in my mind, I'll like, what is funny? No, Adora, you don't look like who I've not bathed for 4 or 5 days. I was like, I haven't bathed for 4 or 5 days. They won't believe me because I don't smell. I know how to take care of myself. Even when I even have a house safe, I'm not even well kept like when I have it, when I don't have a house. They didn't believe me. That really. Some will even come and be smelling my body. Adora is a lie. How can you say you have not bathed for 5 days? I have not bathed. I'm even under my menstruation for 5 days. I have not bathed. They won't believe me. They made me homeless. On top of that, they used 10, 11 police to sexually fuck, rape, and assault me. As if that was not enough, the same police took me to a completed building to be drugging me. With a bunch of mad people. Sometimes they will bring full, good-looking adults. Before 1 month, they will use, even 1 week, they will use drugs to turn that person's life upside down. The person will look like a mad person. Right before my eyes, I was seeing this. I was saying, what? Then a good day came that I stood up to that nurse and said, you are not injecting me today. She was shocked. All of them. Adora, I said, madam, you are not injecting me. I'm sorry, but you won't inject me with that rubbish. I said, what is inside the thing you are giving to me? It's to make you calm. It's to make you feel better by yourself. It's to make you strong. I said, it's not making me strong. Look at me. All my mouth swollen. I will put the picture here like you've seen before. I was like, it's not making me strong. You are turning my life upside down with this drug. And today you will not inject me with that rubbish. They said, the doctor will come in 3 days' time. They are going to see me. I said, when the doctor came, he saw me. He even told me, you look better. I said, yes. Of course, why will I not look better since I stopped them from injecting me with the rubbish that they are injecting me with? Then I walked to this doctor. I said, I want to talk to you. He was, hey, go. I said, no. S'il vous plaît, monsieur, tu peux pas me parler comme ça. Aujourd'hui, tu vas me écouter. Today, you are going to listen. My video went off here because actually the memory went down whatsoever. So we continue the story. So on that very good day, when the so-called doctor came back, like I said, the doctor was a Muslim pig, another zesty, low self-esteem inferiority complex that was carrying himself around like a masculine terrorist zesty. You Muslim? You Muslims? That your entire occultic religions, that your entire occultic religion is based on terrorism, masculinism, why you all have wives and children in the house. You go to fuck trans behind doors. Fuck your fellow men behind doors. Fuck even dogs behind doors. Chronic rapist of minor and underage children. It hurts you. I know it hurts you to hear the truth. I have fought for so many Muslim females all my life. From masculine terrorists, zesty, controlling pigs like your Muslim men. And even while I was still trying to settle down my life back when I was in Paris, a Muslim also was sent into, because I was sent into my space by a black jumper, another pedophile. I'm going to come into a video of all of this properly, another video. Sent this Muslim, and when immediately I heard that her father and her brothers, since she was 13 or 12 or so, have been beating her to get married to an old man, old pervert. Then I keep asking myself, what are you attracted to? I was online. I was seeing people defending their so-called prophet Muhammad, a chronic molester of minors. Were online defending him that the children were up to 9 years old. 9! What are you attracted to a 9-year-old baby? Let's not talk of the Vaticans, where kids, especially little boys, get raped and get missing every day. By this the same bunch of zesties that call themselves men, ruling and controlling all of you. The same thing happened in the Buddhist and Hinduist temples. I'm talking not because of what I'm talking of first-hand experience with these people. I'm telling you. Just like I've been raped and sexually assaulted and fucked since I was a baby. Since 1 year old plus, I've been seeing rape of all kinds in my life till now, up to a couple of months ago, and I'm in my 30s. So this doctor was nothing but a Muslim pedophile. In this uncompleted building where I was being drugged every day during the peak of pandemic, they were drugging me. Sometimes before my eyes, they would bring a new victim or a new, I don't know what to call them, patients, because I can't call them patients. Looking clean from head to toe. In 1 week, the drug and the injection they will give that motherfucker will turn the person's brain upside down. The person will look like a mad person that has been mad since 100 years. Right before my eyes. Then I say I must deal with these people. First of all, I started with myself. I made sure they never gave me that injection. I stood my ground. They called other doctors. We are going to force you. If I say you can't force me, you cannot do that shit. And they did the same thing to me in Italy as well. They also did the same drugging shit to me in Italy. The same uncompleted building looking like facility or areas where they put mad people in the Western world. Even in Italy. Even when I got back to Italy, these motherfuckers, I would be seeing human being predating me right before me. Stalking, predating me. And I will call them out and say, hey, don't do that nonsense around. What is your problem? Maybe in front of me, they will just be touching their prick. If you are horny, you don't have a mother? Did they put padlock in your mother's pussy or mouth, or your father's butt, or your children, or your brothers, or your sisters, or your uncles, or your auntie, or your dogs, or your whatsoever? These Italian people, when I got back to Italy, after all the ones they did to me in Paris, I'm still in Berlin, they've done the same thing to me. Like they did to me in Africa. The so-called colonial master got around the common land. When I got to Italy, these motherfuckers, they started their own again. Broad daylight street, you will see men holding prick. Doing like that. What is? Will you stop that nonsense? What kind of pedophilic behavior is that? Or maybe I'm just walking on my own on the street. Oh, many different occasions like this. Before you know, they will just call ambulance. Ambulance will just call police, or police will call ambulance. They will just hold me. They will take me to the hospital. The same hospital where they took me to, I was sexually abused. I was sexually raped and abused by another Italian girl while I was being drugged. What did they do again? They used the same method. They took me to an Italian hospital. Another uncompleted building full with mad, unwell-looking, miserable, pedophilic psychopaths everywhere. The same drugging, medicine and everything they were giving to me. I was also the one that stood and said the medicine that stupid doctor was giving to me, I threw it away. Even my so-called ex-mother that will never be my mother, the same way. my ex-rapist brother. Opened your mouth, you rats. Abandoned product, abandoned bastard that both your mother and your father said nobody ever wanted you. The same way I was training and bringing up children around me of people and everybody, I brought you up. If you are alive today, it's thanks to me, but you opened your mouth, Chimezewanko. You were bold enough to tell me that you don't give a fuck if I was raped and molested by 10, 11 policies. Then I found out to know that you yourself, you are a rapist. You raped one of my auntie who peed and shit on her body. Your mother was trying to, your miserable mother like son, was trying to say, Chimeze slept with Ilo. There is nothing like slept there. Imagine at your age, even if you are 10 years old, because she was saying you were 15. I know you were not up to 15 years old. Let's even say you are 10. Let's even say you are 10, 11, 12 years old. Your auntie Ilo, she pee on her body, she shit on her body. Ilo will even eat her shit and egusi soup together. Ilo menstruates on her body. That girl sleep inside sheets. Somebody that will just pull her cloth like this. She will be running on the street naked, no pants, pussy on the ground, breast everywhere flinging. They will come and call me in the house because I was always in my grandparents' house that period before we came to your so-called European Western world of pedophilia again. They will call me, I will run to one, my sister. Auntie, please now, why are you Ilo? Why I will be running after her on the street just to hold her and wear her back her clothes and we will go back home. She will be saying, Adora, it's not me. It's not me. It's Chimeze. Now I understand. She was continuously mentioning people's name. I'm like, Ilo, why did you do this now? You will just remove your clothes and be running around the whole streets. You are an adult now. People are looking at you. I know she didn't have some because she was mentally unstable. Okay? But I'm still trying to have like faith, believe that one day she will heal. So I was always talking positivity, like I've done all my life into people's life. In the past, I no longer do that. If you like, be dying in my presence now, right now. If you like, you are raping your child, you are fucking your child with dogs. I don't give a fuck. Kill yourself. That the head is tired of the human race. I want you to know the head is tired. Nature is tired of all of you. I will be speaking positivity into this my auntie then. Please, let's go home. She will embrace me. Sometimes she will cry. She will be telling me it's not me, it's Chimezie, it's Zogi, it's this. She will be mentioning different people's name. Now I understand that when you open your mouth to tell me you don't give a fuck if I was sexually abused and raped and fucked by 10, 11 policies. You opened your mouth, Chimezie. You told me you don't give a fuck. Now I know because you are a rapist. You went to fuck Ilo, someone that pays shit, menstruate on her body, even eat her shit. You had your friends that you were all doing small big boys in the streets. You were all dressed fine. You smell good. You go to parties together. You had friends. Let's say maybe, and you even had little girlfriends then. Them Igbe, all those girls in the streets. You didn't fuck anyone. Okay, maybe the girls did not give you pussy to fuck. You have your friends. You have Tommy. You have Osanese. You have Heike. You have all your friends. I put to all of them. You did not fuck. You did not say, guy, Konji Omi or Benyash make I fuck. You didn't fuck them. You went to fuck Ilo. You went to rape Ilo. Rape is what you raped that girl. And your mother was trying to say, sleep with Ilo. There's nothing like sleep there. This was where you had the guts to tell me if the police, 10, 11 police sexually assaulted and raped me. You don't give a fuck because rapists support rapists. Pedophiles support pedophiles. It's what all of you are. At the level at which I'm done, I want to see the power that will change my mind. So when they took me back to that the same Italy where this so-called rapist family, just like you rapist Chimeze say you don't give a fuck, your mother, your ex, my ex, I don't even want to, your mother, because she can never be, I don't even want to go there, open her mouth to tell me that if I was sexually, I was even trying to tell her what they did to me during the 1 year I was being raped and sexually assaulted on the streets by policies, and also tell her some of the things that happened to me also as a child. Just because I felt, let me just tell her at least so that she will know the kind of person she's dealing with at this time of my age. So that when I'm saying I don't want nonsense in my space, she will know how to respect it. She didn't even allow me land. Hey, if they sexually assaulted you when you were small, or whenever, or by police, or anything, it's because you wanted them to rape and assault you. That was what she told me. You say you are a mother, you will open your mouth and be telling that to a child. Talk less of you rapist chimneys. And now I know, like mother, like son. Oh, you yourself now, you told me you don't give a fuck if police sexually fuck and rape and assault me, because you yourself, you are a rapist. And I heard you people in Italy, you fuck yourself in the asses together now. This is the same Italian motherfucking pedophiles. They took me to uncompleted video, just like him, but all over again, they were doing the same thing. Drugging me. And in one point, let me just finish this real quick. I don't want it to be too long. At one point, what happened? I was in the room, because they will put you in a room. In the room, they will have like 3 beds. In that particular room where I was, we had 3 beds. There was one woman that was all the time. She was saying, they are watching me with camera. They are watching me with camera. Mi stanno guardando. Mi stanno observando. She will be crying. She will be crying. She will be crying. I remember one time, my last €5, she begged me money. I gave it to her. I was thinking, what is wrong with this woman? But when they were drugging me, and the injection they were drugging me hits me, I couldn't even know what was happening around me. You see, the same way I was looking on that picture in Paris, like this all over again. I will put the picture again. It's the same way I started. They made me became like that all over again. I will look for another picture and put it to that one. If I can't see another picture, I will put the old. Exactly the same way they turned me into all over again with drugging. Because of this, your pedophilia, your pop pandemic, and virus of manipulation, predating, and stalking you all practice. Bunch of sick human race. Then one day I was on my bed. The new girl that they brought to my room, she came to lie down on my bed together with me. I'm just remembering. I don't know what happened. Imagine my head was upside down. They turned me upside down with drug. I couldn't. When I'm walking, I was walking like this. This was how I was walking. Like this. I couldn't even walk straight. When I'm talking like this. This was how I was talking and walking. Like this. This girl came to my bed. She was just choking hand in my pussy. All of a sudden, she was saying, do you love me? Do you love me? I can't even remember what I was answering. Whether I was saying, I love her, I don't love her. I don't know where I was. Imagine me walking then my so-called ex-mother or her sister and her friends will come to visit me through the window door. They will be telling me, talk well, try to be strong. How can you be telling somebody that they are drugging, giving injection 24 hours, and you, Chim, is a rapist? I'm very, very aware that you were contaminating my food. You were putting all sorts of drugs and voodoo and magic and rubbish charms in my food. I want you to know. I know it shocked you. It shocked you. Did it shock you? What you just heard, did it shock you? To let you know that I know that you, rapist Chinese, that opened your mouth to tell me if I was sexually raped and assaulted by 10, 11 police in this Western world, that you don't give a fuck about it. I'm telling you now that I'm aware that you were drugging my food. You were contaminating my food. You were putting all sorts of things in my food. In the house that we were both living in. Then, when they would take me to this hospital, they are redrugging my life all over again. There was when I went to this doctoressa, so-called pedophile doctor, when she was saying things, I questioned her to an extent that she couldn't answer me. That was the day I said, Madam, you won't inject me. You are not injecting me, and I'm no longer taking. I did not even argue with her. I just allowed her conclude all the shit she wanted to conclude. I got my threw all the medicine away after they released me from the facility of drugging. They were drugging me. I was raped inside that facility by a girl. She just climbed my bed. I remember she climbed my bed, was choking hand in my pussy, asking me, do you love me? How do you want me to say, I don't even know you? I've never seen you in my life. At a point, she was saying she's going to buy a car when she come out from here, that she's coming to visit me. And this, I was confused. This motherfucker, I'm talking, I don't even know her name. I'm not lying. I've never seen this motherfucker before, but she fucked me while I was inside the hospital, choking hand in my pussy. And then I would say they would do the same thing to your bloodline, to your children, your generations, the same thing. And I'm aware that this is the same philosophy, is what they've been using to rape me since I was 1 year old. Even back in your colonial master land, you call motherland in Africa. Then I would say they would do it to your own children. You will be uncomfortable with it. May you die uncomfortable. May you die uncomfortable. May your children and bloodline die uncomfortable with dicks of pedophiles, rapists, smelly, stenching, unwashed dicks of pedophiles in their mouths and in their asses, especially your male bloodline, that will all become nothing but bloodthirsty men. Yeah, and so I want you to know that for a person to stay in a land, like I stayed in Italy, for 1 decade, 10 years plus, 10 years plus, I didn't date no motherfucker. My pussy, I kept it to myself. I was minding my business with my pussy. For me to stay in that land for 10 years, 1 decade, I didn't date anybody. Do you think you think it's a child's play? It takes grace for you to be able to see through people like glasses the way I do. And the only thing those motherfuckers know in their life is food and sex. That is why they all smell like predators, unwell predators. Naturally, it's food, sex. They don't know anything in their lives. I'm telling you, I don't care about anybody's opinion. I'm not talking of I lived there, I didn't experience anything, so I'm talking from other people's story. I'm talking from my own story. Then I got to Paris, they displayed their own. I'm in Germany now, the same thing. We want to talk of Africa, sexual assault, I've seen it. Like I said, all races, so I've seen you. Black, white, Arabic, and Asiatic. And for you to understand very, very well who I am, there is nothing on this earth you can do to me to make the shadow of my shit give a fuck about you, human beings. Because there's nothing you can do to me that can ever be worse than all of these things I've said on this video about all the sexual abuses and rape and molest you did to me with the cherry on the cake, 10-11 Western world police assault and rape. I'm waiting. If you can top that, I'm waiting. Even deaths, as I'm here, if I sleep on this bed and I don't wake up tomorrow, it's not worse than being sexually assaulted and raped by 10-11 policies with guns and uniforms that are supposed to be protecting me. You take people there, you drug them, you turn their heads upside down, trying to make them believe you that is giving people injection, you look like a mad person. You bunch of so-called nurses wearing nurse clothes, injecting people. When I look at you, you look more crazier than mad people in psychiatric hospitals. Because you are practicing pedophilia, you call pandemic-virus. Unwell motherfucking doomed human race. And you are still looking for karma. When you yourself, you are your own karma. When you look like your own karma by yourself. This bumbleclad, stupid Muslim so-called doctor, when he came, I entered his office. Before you enter his office, you need to have an appointment. That day I entered. I said, excuse me, sir, good day. I would like to talk to you. Hey, no, go ahead. I said, no, sir. Today, you are not talking to me like that. I will not permit you to ever address me like that. I want to talk to you today. He was shocked. He was shocked because I stood my ground. He even told me, like I said before, oh, you look better. You are looking good. Why will I not look better? Because I stopped allowing them to drug me. To give me those useless injections they give to mad people. Come back later. I say when? Because very soon you will leave your office and go home. I want to talk to you today. I can't remember, let me not lie, whether he told me come back in 20 minutes or 1 hour time. I timed myself. Immediately it was the time he told me to come back. I went back to the office. He was shocked. Ah, you are back already? Yes, I'm back. What can I do for you? What do you want to tell me? I said, sir, you are the overall doctor of this place. He said, yes. I said, can I ask you why I'm here? He was shocked. You see the way this was how he was sitting boldly like this, yeah? I said, so-called, like they think they are men when they are predating and pedophiling on the street, when they don't know, they all look like trauma and karma. Pedophilia, generational miserability, zesty nobodies, thinking they are men roaming the streets every day, like they do it today. He sat like a so-called man. Hey, what can I do for you today? You say you want to talk to me? Or would you like to? He was being authoritative. And I was just looking at him like this. And I said, sir, can I ask you why I'm here? Immediately I asked him that question. He fell back like this. That shoulder that was like this came down real quick. This is how I am. I will humble your miserable life so much that I will use it to sweep the ground like a broom or a mop. And I will take you 6 feet and you will never forget my name even in your grave. His shoulders that were like this, his shoulders went down real quick. I was like, what did you just say? Now his voice changed. That, what did you want to? Everything gone immediately. I don't understand the question you are asking. What did you just ask? I said, sir, I'm asking. You say you are the overall doctor here. Everybody respects you. When you come, everybody is kissing your feet. Everybody is respect. I'm asking you, why am I here? You are not supposed to be asking me that question. I'm the one supposed to be asking you. I said, no. You are looking at a very, very learned person. The person you are looking at here, if I was to be someone that had the opportunity to go to school, you are looking at a medical doctor straight in the face. To have a person in a so-called hospital or any facility that is looking the way it looks, that I don't understand what it is. To have a person being injected daily, giving medicine to, it means something was diagnosed about that person that made them take the person to the hospital to be treated or to be drugged or injected with injections daily for. And as a doctor and the head doctor, so-called head doctors of everybody inside this building, injecting people and drugging people with medicine, you are supposed to know everybody's situation in your own zone. Talk less of you are the overall. So you can't be asking me why I'm here. I'm supposed to be asking you, why am I here? Because for you to make them accept me into your hospital, it means I was diagnosed of something. Yes or no? He said yes. I said, then I'm the one that is supposed to be asking you, sir, what did they say is my problem that brought me here? What is the reason why they brought me to your hospital, to your so-called building or hospital? Why was I brought here? I don't understand how to explain this. I don't know how to answer. I said, sir, you will answer me. I said, you are the head doctor here. You control everybody here. Okay, now you say you don't know how to answer me. Now I'm the one doing his job for him. I said, okay. But as a doctor, you have a file of Adora. Like you have the file of everybody. Because that day, I was not talking for myself alone. Because I was so hungry to see so many people being brought into that building. When they will come the first day I will see them, they will look normal, clean from head to toe. After 1 week, oh, you will see these people looking like mad people that have been mad since 10, 20 years ago on the streets. I'm telling you what I was seeing with my eyes. So I asked him, I said, okay, now you say you don't know. Now I'm asking you, sir, as me, Adora, personally, do you have a file about me here? Like you have about every other person, like you should have. Because if you have patients in your so-called hospital, everybody must have a file. And in that file, everybody's situation or the reason why they were brought there will be written there. Yes or no, he said. I said, then you have my file. He was confused. This is a motherfucker that when he enters that building, everybody will just be lying down on the ground, bowing to him like he's God. Being humbled by a God on earth. The real God. Divine coin. Like me that people thought you could bring down. Till now, you are all still nothing but being exposed daily. You see this video I'm making, I did not want to make it because I don't want you people to wait, especially your upcoming children that will grow up to come and realize that their generational bloodline miserability, karma, trauma, betiding and what's hiding them come from you people trying a motherfucker like me. I wanted them to just continue to live in their misery of miserability and trauma and karma for eternity without knowing where it comes from. I said, sir, so you have my file. He said, yes. I said, okay. I want to still know why I'm here. So he called one of the nurses, so-called nurses. They brought my file. He opened it. Now, he was in a situation where he did not know even what he was going to say to me anymore. Total confusion has engulfed this motherfucking zesty masculinist Muslim that called himself general doctor in an uncompleted building where people were being drugged right before my eyes. Like they drugged me and turned me to this. I will put a picture there again. When he opened my file, was reading, I was just waiting for him to read. If you like, you read from here to the ending of this word. Read and you will tell me why I'm here. He finished reading. I actually can't see anything on your file. Then, my anger was in a range that, but I calmed myself. I said, did you say, I said, excuse me, sir, you said what? Now he's trying to smile and make it look like it's funny. Me, I don't see anything funny. Why I was being raped, fucked by 10, 11 policies in your so-called Western world where you say you have human rights, and then brought into an uncompleted building by the same policies in uniforms and guns, and you accepted me without no diagnosis, without no reason to be drugging and injecting me with medicines of mad people. Because you are practicing pedophilia of pandemic and coronavirus, like the pedophile that you are. This was what was going on in my brain. I just wanted to give him a blow to reset his head real quick that moment. I asked him again, I said, excuse me, sir. You said you didn't see anything in my file? And he said, the file is written before me now. I'm opening it. There is nothing in your file. I actually cannot see any reason why you are here. I said, you can't tell me this, sir. You can't tell me you don't see any reason why I'm here, but you accepted them. But you permitted them to accept me. And then you have been drugging me, injecting me with all kinds of what I don't know, that have turned me like this. Look at how I look. He sat down, he did not know what to say. I will look into your case and see that you are dismissed. Maybe in 1 week. I said, no, sir. I said, I'm not spending another day in this building. I am not spending another day in this building. You have opened my file. You did not see any reason why I was here. They didn't tell you, or I said, then I was not like, now let me tell you how I got here. I was on the streets, train streets underground. My mask was in my hand. When I wear the mask, my body is very sensitive. It makes blood come out from my nose. I know they said it was obligatory for everybody to obey, but since it's making me bleed, I should not go and die because of mask. But I still held it in my hand in case I have to explain to anybody who stop me. They are so-called pedophilic mask, pedophilia mask. As I was just going, group of police just, if you see them, they didn't even allow me breathe. The way it was like they sent them from one of their pedophilic police headquarters to just come and do what they came to do to me. That they just rushed me like this way. Why are you not wearing your mask? Before I was trying to explain, s'il vous plaît, monsieur, dame, j'ai problème avec le masque. Quand j'ai mis le... Before I was trying to explain that I have problem with the mask, it makes blood come out from my nose. When I wear the mask, I was trying to explain to them that when I wear the mask, it makes blood come out from my nose. Because the heat, I don't know, is just uncomfortable. They did not even allow me to say, and they just, if you see the way they packed me from the ground with their leg, boom, this. I fell on the ground. The next thing, they handcuffed me. The next thing, I was in a building where I was being drugged. Then you, a doctor, without nothing being written, why they brought me immediately to your hospital, so-called building that you call hospital, you accepted them, then you have been drugging me, injecting me with everything on the surface of this earth, turning people's brain upside down. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you can give me a ticket to show that, okay, what are you now going to do? I said, now, during the time I was on the street, they stole my bag and everything with my document, they stole it. I no longer have documents, so I have to go back to Italy. You can hear? That's what it does. The Italian guy in my apartment, he does that every day. He has shown me also that he's a pervert. He actually confirmed, when I got to this apartment, I explained to this guy these old things, or at least 80% of what I've been explaining on social media to everybody. How I was being raped even by the police, I told this one. And he had the guts. He was talking to me, he was holding his prick like this, like a pedophile, as if he was masturbating in my front. Since then, I kept my distance. This is what it does every day. He's either, or he's singing Arab, Amond, Arab, Amond, Arab, Amond on a daily. Since I've been in this apartment, you just heard, you heard the whistle as well. You also had a cash drawing on the upper side in the beginning of this video. I'm not talking of the Arab Amond, the pedophiles, especially those sexy dick-sucking men or males in the train and the bus. They sing. The ones that come with their pedo children, all of them looking like generational miserability, trauma, karma, doomness, woes, calamity, and agony, of dejection and rejection, pedophiles roaming everywhere, like clowns in a circus. Let me finish my story. So it was like, if you have me, give me a ticket, because I cannot just let you go like that. And now that you have told me that you were being brutalized and people have been grabbing your breasts outside, now he's trying to act like he's defensive to me. Like he can't allow me go because I've told him now that I was being grabbed in my house and my breast, molested and raped by the police and everything that is concerned. I should give him a reason or where I'm going to, or maybe call a family member so that he can know I'm going to a safe place. I said, sir, I'm an adult. I'm going back to where I can get my documents. As you know, my documents, the Italian document. So I'm going back to Italy and give me a ticket. I went to buy my ticket. I showed it. The next day I left that building. And I left the building with many people that were still there being drugged over and over and over again. I don't know how their own story ended. Just imagine if I was someone that is not a god on earth, a divine being, that I will continue to let you know I am. And I know it hurts you to hear that. Imagine if I was not. This is how I would have still been in that uncompleted building. They would be drugging me. Now you are telling me you are concerned about where I'm going because you don't want me to go and end up in the hand of rapists, pedophiles that will molest me all over again. But you accepted, you permitted them to accept me into the same building where you have been drugging me for more than 1 month. You didn't think about that one. When they brought me, you didn't ask them, can you tell me why she's here? What is happening? What is her case? What is her situation? You didn't ask them. Because they were paying you, just like they pay all of you on your social media to pedo clown. Just like they pay all of you on your social media to be machineries of pedophilic machineries behind ghost pages. Some even use your own pages to be pedophiling on your social media. Just like you have pedo clowns that are paid, that are on the streets on a daily basis, working for a bunch of DL, low self-esteem, inferiority complex, unwell, sick pedophiles. Just like you have mothers who are enablers to their male or even their female children, pedophiling around You are tired of your miserability? Who helped you to fuck? The doggy and the missionary you took when you opened those legs to fuck and take those dicks that ended you up with giving birth to a pedophile like yourself. Was I there? Did I do it for you? So why do you think you can come and predate your space and your pedophile child space into my space or into my life? Do I look like a therapist? Do I look like a babysitter to miserability and pedophilia and karma in human form? Especially your zesty male sons that you enable to be predating, stalking pedophiles. You stupid women, mothers amongst you. And then the females that even do the same thing to their fellow female, you practice the same pedophilia to get your way into the life of your partner. Oh, you don't like men, but you practice the pedophilia of men. You don't like men, yes, okay, but you practice a pedophilia mechanized by zesty low self-esteem men, controlling your entire heads that claim they are leaders. You don't like men, but when you fuck your woman, like you, like yourself, you use prick to fuck them, but you don't like men. On top of that, you are practicing a pedophilia created by these low self-esteem zesties that call themselves men. And you think you are different from them? I'm just going to end this video here because actually, I've been living my best life, especially since March 2023. Since I put my everlasting boundary. And I'm so glad that I'm at a point of my life here that I will forever be grateful to myself. I'm not going to lie, it took me a long time, 30-something years. Like since I was small, I remember, I will see the character of people. I will ask myself, I always talk to myself since I was a child. I will ask myself like, why are they like this? Then only me will tell myself as a child, I was like, they are stupid. They can't be, if it's just stupidity. Until now, as an adult in person, even if I've been an adult all my life. But as a grown adult in flesh, let's say it, even if all my life I've been an adult from babyhood, no childhood. But I'm so glad for adulthood. This is why I made a song called Adulthood is Divine. Adulthood is divine. Never let no motherfucker on the surface of this earth put into your brain that bullshit, that their societal bullshit of pedophilia mechanized by this group of low self-esteem, inferiority, zesty men. All of them ruling your churches, your pedo churches, your pedo mosque, your pedo Buddhist and Hinduist center, your pedo religions, and your pedo human race in general. Never let nobody put that bullshit in your head that being an adult is a fraud. When you're an adult, you can say no and stand by it. When you're an adult, you will learn how to mind. If you really want peace of mind, you will learn how to mind your peace of mind business. Stay in your space. Use your boundary and stay out of other people's affairs. Whatsoever is going on in their lives should never be your business, because you are not their miserable mothers. You are not their dick-sucking zesty fathers. You are not their children that they breed and wants to take care of them in old age, because this is why a lot of people breed children for selfish reasons, not because they really give a fuck about those bumbo clats they be breeding. And you are also not their therapist. So when you're an adult and you really want peace of mind, divine peace of mind, like the one I have, like the one I've been enjoying and experiencing since I put my everlasting boundaries since March 2023. If you want that kind of peace of mind, learn to mind your peace business. Use your boundary. Anybody is talking, like they talk every day in my space. See, the shadow of my sheets. I'm not saying my sheet. The shadow of my sheets can never give a fuck. Talk less of my sheets, talk less of me. About what you are saying, what you have going on in your life. Like I will continue to say, when you are talking, concluding, pedo-lying to yourself, pedo-fantasizing, pedo-illusionizing, pedo-infatuating, who is doing it? Is it not you? The mouth you are using to pedo-lie, pedo-create lies that you all believe in, The mouth is whose mouth? Your mouth. The brain you use to pedo-fantasize, pedo-illusionize, pedo-infatuate. Is it my brain or your brain? Your brain. So you can see everything you are doing is for you and not me. It has nothing to do with me. That is why even sometimes when I want to get angry and be provoked, I'll just remember and say, look at these motherfuckers that even the shadow of my shit don't give a fuck about. Look at these idiots that look like their generational calamity, agony, curses, trauma, and karma in persons. For you fools who want to still continue to remain fools, especially you blacks, I was on on Instagram the other day. I saw a video of somebody purely exposing our own culture, our own Muslim culture to you. That there are men, these Muslim men, they are all they are telling you the truth about their own self. When you will see a white Arabic or Asiatic colonial bloodline of these colonial masters ruling you blacks, telling you the truth about themselves, instead of you to listen, learn, and open your eyes, you will start looking for one thing or the other. Oh, the person's mouth look like this. The person is ugly. They are ugly, but their entire bloodline are enjoying your black wealth. They are fat. They are ugly. Unlike me, when I'm laughing at you that you are fat, you are ugly, you smell, you stench, I know what I'm saying. I know who you are. Even without you saying a word, even without you appearing from afar, I smell your miserability. So I don't need to be told the truth when I already know the truth. When I myself, I know the truth about you. But you blacks, you will have the same colonial masters exposing themselves to you by themselves. Instead of you to listen and learn and know the truth that you don't know, you will be there saying, you will even be laughing at them, telling you the truth, not knowing you are laughing at yourselves. This is the reason why no motherfucker on the surface of this earth will ever come near my space. Not even you blacks. Like you, when I like posts or comments or anything on social media, you will start saying, oh, she liked my video, she played my video, she listened to my video, she commented on my video, then she likes me, or she will be interested in me. You will die in your pedo pages. You will die on your social media. You will die behind those lies. You will die behind your pedo fantasies. On those your behind scene is where you will all perish. In my own life, you can never exist. It's like someone liking my comments and all of a sudden I'll be saying, oh, the person is interested in me. Are you well? Are you well? So this is what you people really are. Sick human race. You don't have a life anymore. You want other people to validate you. So me now, imagine a phone. Imagine a phone, a device. This thing, objects made by a human being like me. A human being that was bettered with my own kind of pussy. Like my pussy. Made this. The person has the same blood in their skin like me. Then I will now become a slave to this. Just like they created your app that you are all using on your social media. App that me I downloaded with my own objects. That was made by human being like me. I downloaded it. The phone is my phone. The app, I downloaded it with my own hand. Everything man-made will not be controlling me. Man-made things will not be the thing to define who I am. Well, like I said, since you blacks, you have decided to be practicing the same colonial master mental slavery mechanism that they have been using to enslave your entire bloodline for decades and generations. That today, the heads of your black forefathers are still in the museums of your colonial masters worldwide weeping. Just like now, they have your heads, all of you, your brains. They don't need your head, the brains inside your medulla. Your medulla is in their computers like microchips. That's why they put you behind pages, behind phones, behind CCTV, behind pedo devices to be pedophiling for them 24 hours a day because they control your brain. They pay you to do it. They own you mentally. Your brain is like microchips in their computers. Even your black bloodline, born and unborn, all of them, they are the same mental slaves already. Microchips in the computers of your colonial masters. Just like the heads of your black forefathers are in their museums still today. And you still continue to lie on that bed. Then you will not think because you have the same skin with me, you can come and barge into my space in real life. Motherfucker, pull up and let me treat you like the bumbo-clad slave. Foolish slave, shameless slave, dumb slave that you are. Try me in real person, you will find out. You say you don't have sense, especially your black, traditional, religious, and political leaders that are all nothing but dumb, zesty men. All they suck the dicks of your colonial masters worldwide. They are all puppets and clowns. They don't have sense and they will never. Imagine them being controlled by pedophiles who are being controlled by their pedophilic weight and powers, colonial masters, pedophilic weight and powers. All of you clowning is secrets. The same way in this their Western world where they say they have so-called human rights. I have been sexually raped and assaulted multiple times. I can't count it because now I don't know how many times, more than 10 times. The same way they've done it to me. Your white, Arabic, and Asiatic colonial bloodline have done it to me. You blacks, you have also done it to me. Not only in your colonial master gutter land you call motherland, but also in your colonial masters so-called Western world when they say they have human rights that exist. So you see the reason why I can never see you different. You are just nothing but a copy of your colonial pedophile masters. Oh, you can't judge everybody. Just if one race did it to you does not mean no. I have been raped, sexually abused, molested by white, Arabic, Asiatic, and even my fellow black. What is there to look for again? What is there that I have not seen again? And starting with you Nigerians, all the blacks on this earth, you Nigerians, don't ever think because I have a lot of Nigerian inside of me. Because what do you expect? I was born there. But never you think because I was born there, we are the same. Because you can see that the truth I speak, none of you can ever speak it in your entire bloodline. You can never speak it. Even with all your titles and degrees, you can never speak it. Titles and degrees given to you by your colonial masters. You can still never. So never you compare yourself to me. Never you ever in your lives think we are the same. We can never be the same. Because I can never be a pedo slave to the same group of pedophiles that fucked my forefathers. When I talk now, I don't talk for everybody. I talk for myself. I cannot be a fool or the same with you that are slaves to the group of pedophiles that fucked my black forefathers as kids in the mouth and in the asses, in plantation farms, in cotton farms, as maids, chain them in their hands and in their legs, put them in cages like animals, cut off their legs and their hand, hung them on trees, even use them to fuck animals and give them all sorts of STDs and diseases. I can never be like you. So don't you ever compare yourself to me. In the meantime, you say you want to continue to be practicing this philosophy, mechanized mental slavery philosophy of pedophilia of your colonial masters, continue. And whether you say you are not in it, don't come near me. As long as I'm concerned, as an adult in my age, after 30-something years of having human race in my space, I'm done. And if you don't respect that, if you don't leave my name alone, you don't leave my name out of your mouth, your pedo brain, your pedo thoughts, your pedo illusions, your pedo fantasy, your pedo whatsoever is going on in your life, if you don't remove my name, let me tell you, karma, the karma that you already have, will re-traumatize your life and your bloodline all over again. With dicks of pedophiles, smelly, stenching dicks, pea dicks, cow shit dicks, goat odor dicks of pedophiles, rapists, molesters, sexual abusers. Dicks will be stuck in the mouth of your entire bloodline and their asses, especially your male bloodlines, those upcoming advanced pedophiles that will continue the pedophilia you are all practicing in forefront. If you don't leave my name alone. If you fucking don't leave that name, Adora, alone. In the meantime, keep fucking around and finding out. Sick, rejected human race. And those of you that love to have fun, that are there, especially when you are pedo-manipulating, pedo-predating online and on the street, you are having fun doing it. You say they did it to you, so they did it to everybody. My name, first of all, my name is not everybody. You can listen to this entire video and you will know that we are not on the same category, and we will never be. Nobody is my standard on the surface of this earth as long as I'm concerned. My standard is me, myself, and I. So when you are having fun, pedo-clowning, pedo-fooling yourself, and you think it's normal because they've done it to everybody, they've done it to you, so you have the right to mock other people being predated, stalked by pedophiles and raped and even impregnated by them. I want you to know the same thing will happen to your children, your bloodline, born and unborn, so that you can have fun with it very well. And at the same time, I don't see any reason why you should be uncomfortable, because if you ever get uncomfortable or comfortability of calamity and agony, especially of dicks, of molesters and stenching perverts, smelly dicks, of rapists, will be the order of the days of the mouth and the asses of your children, especially your male bloodline. Especially your male bloodline. Fuck around and find out. Like I was saying, like in the meantime, if you don't leave my name alone, it's woe for you. And any of you that will ever try to say, oh, she's evil, look at the way she's talking about children, look at the way you call those children, I call them advanced pedophiles. When I see you, I see traumatized adult pedophiles, and when I see your children, I see upcoming advanced traumatized pedophiles and karmas in person. You are not, they are not, I don't see, this is why I will keep telling you, your opinion and is your opinion. You don't see what I see, so you cannot come and tell me what I'm seeing. And it's not my responsibility, and I don't give a fuck if you can't see what I'm seeing. I'm telling you, they will be re-traumatized all over again with those dicks of pedophiles and perverts like you that are roaming the streets. You will leave them, they will go to school, right? They will be babysitted by someone. They will go and play with their neighbors or your neighbors' children. Uncles and aunties will come around. They will go to their grandparents. You see, all these places are places where they will be fucked and molested and raped. Like they did to me since I was 1 year old plus. I'm not saying things that were not done to me or that you human race didn't do to me. I'm saying exactly the same thing. But cherry on the cake, like the cherry on the cake that was police sexual assault in my own case. I was being raped since I was 1 year old plus, at least 1 year old plus, till now in my 30s. Even a couple of months ago, I've been sexually assaulted as well. Sexually embarrassed and even beaten on top of it. And the cherry on the cake was what? Police sexual assault, 10-11. Rape and assault by police in uniforms and guns. So I don't see any reason why they won't do it to your own children. Your own bloodline, those advanced pedophiles you call. See, let me tell you, what goes around comes back around. Treat people how you want to be treated. It's an eye for an eye. One good turn deserves another, one bad turn deserves another too. When you throw a coin up, you don't expect it to stay up, it will come back down. I can continue to give you words like this with your own philosophical fucking human race words that you preach, but you never ever practice. So if you ever get triggered, what you are supposed to be saying if your conscience is clean is amen. And yes to whatever you are hearing me say, not being triggered. Because anybody getting triggered is going to be re-triggered by karma of calamity and agony. Another round. Just like the round of karma, calamity, and agony dicks that will continue to befall your entire bloodline. Those advanced pedophiles you call children. If they did it to me, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't do it to your own. You cannot carry your own like eggs and be mocking, jeopardizing. You are there, you are either laughing, you are mocking, you are watching, you are looking, you are pedo-clowning, you are pedo-stalking, you are pedo-manipulating, direct or indirectly, other people's lives and spaces. And you will think you can carry your own like eggs. It does not work like that. It never works like that. What goes around must come back around. So I'm telling you, while you are there, busy pedophiling and pedoclowning, your kids, they will go to neighbor, grandniece. They will go, they must leave your premises, right? So note that those things are happening to them too. Note that they are being raped and pedophiled. They are being stalked, predated, raped, molested by your own fellow type of pedophiles. Like you, one way or the other. So you want to keep fucking around? Fuck around and find out with this Adora. Fuck around and find out with Adora. And in their own case, their own cherry on the cake will be what? Will be fucked by dogs. Predator molesting dogs. That those predators and molesters carry around. Look at this is what a predator did to me with dog bites on my own. Predating, walking around me. I didn't even give a fuck. I was on my own. It was doing head sign like this. Do I look like a prostitute, like your dirty dustbin stenching a cow pee, cow shit, pedophilic mother that you are giving? Do I look like a prostitute to you? When he saw I didn't give a fuck, he just came back with his dog. And you know what he told me? Go back to that your room. Go back to that your room where you love to stay alone. Everybody knows you. You're always in your room. Where do you want me to be? Where do you want me to be? In your pedo room? Do I look like your pedo mother? Did they put padlock in your mother's pussy? Did they put padlock in your father's mouth or butthole? Did they put padlock in your dog's mouth or butthole? Did they put padlock in your children's mouth or butthole? Where do you want me to be? I'm either in my room or I'm outside anywhere I want to be. Alone in my space. Alone. I don't share my space with anybody again. Since March 2023, you've all died and you will remain there. You want to continue lying to yourself? It's none of my business. I was good all my life for 30-something years. You said I'm a fool and a people pleaser. Now I'm minding my business. You are still uncomfortable. I should go again. Everybody knows you. You're always in your room. Where do you want me to be? In your pedo room? In your room of pedophilia? Where generational causes, calamity, agony, miserability, pervertness, doomness, karma, trauma, smell and is roaming 24 hours is where you want me to be? Or for any motherfucker that says, oh, she's full of herself, she thinks she that, she that. Yes, I'm that. I am everything I want for myself. I don't think I'm full of myself. I am more than full of myself. Who do you want me to be full of? Who do you expect me to be full of? You? Bunch of dusty, crusty, smelly pedophiles? Generational calamity, agony, dejected, rejected, bumbleclats, unwell, cranky, sick, useless, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, energetically, disgruntled, dismantled, disgangan, disintegrated, damaged entities? Is who you want me to be full of? Or who you want me to give a fuck about? You better open your eyes. You motherfuckers, you better open your eyes, like I've said, to know and see that you yourselves, you are your own trauma and karma and villains in your own stories of pedo lies that you make up for yourselves in your own pedo brains. And that's your fucking business, not mine.